Hello viewers, welcome to QTP functional testing videos. Myself Uday. In this video, I will demonstrate you about how to work with dictionary objects. So basically what the dictionary object is nothing but it will store a collection of data in key value pair format. Okay, so basically it's like a collection of key value pairs. As you can see in this example, uh, the name is Uday, whereas age is here, the name is a key, the corresponding value for that key is Uday. Okay, in the same way, age is the key and the corresponding value for that age key is 32. Like that, we can have multiple key value pairs in a dictionary object. Okay, so what are the values that it can hold? Okay, so the values can be of any type. In a single dictionary object, we can have multiple data types of data. So what I mean to say here is, see, as you can see, the name have a data type of string, whereas age have a data type of integer, right? Whereas the height have a data type of float or double, whatever it is, right? So this data table, this dictionary object can contain any different data types. Excuse me. So so that's what I mean to say, say here, like value can be of any form of data and stored in a array format. So what I mean to say is, if I create an object called dict obj, dict obj of name will have Uday, dict, so dict of years will have 32, like this. Okay, all this collection of data is stored in a array format, but here dictionaries are completely different to arrays. Okay, so in arrays what we will have is, like if you declare an array of type integer, it will hold a single data type. What I mean to say here is, if say I declare an array of a, okay, array of 0 will contains 1 and array of 2, like it can hold a an integer type values only. You cannot assign a string value in between in any of the index, whereas in dictionary objects you can assign whatever the value type that you want. Okay, so that is the main difference between arrays and dictionaries. Okay, so in short what I can say is, an arrays can hold a single data type of values. Even though it's a collection of values, it can hold a single data type, whereas dictionary objects can hold different data type of values. Okay, so each key should be unique. So what I mean to say here is, like the name property, all these keys, right, these should be unique. I cannot assign another value with the same like name, right? So all these key values should be unique in the dictionary object. Okay, the key can be an integer or a string, but can be of anything except an array. So the key value should be, it can be an integer or it can be a string type. You can hold any other values also, except the key should not be an array. Okay, I will demonstrate, like all of, in this script I will explain you all the different types of properties and methods which belongs to dictionary objects. Okay, so what how can we create a dictionary object? By using this statement we can create a dictionary object, right? So first what you have to do is, because this is, it will let me a dictionary object, it should be a set dictionary object equal to create object of scripting dot dictionary, which will create the dictionary object. So once you create the dictionary object, how I will add all these values, like name and all these properties, right? This name, key value pairs, how can I add that? For that, what you have to do is, once you have the dictionary object dot add, and this is the value key key, and this is the value. Okay. In dictionary terms in QTP, people will use like key item pair, whereas I use item value interchangeably in my demonstration. Okay, so I have added whatever the values that are specified. Like you can add as many number of key value pairs in a dictionary object. Okay, as you can see here, I add a name. Okay, Uday here. Here I can add as 32. Here the data type is integer here. As you can see, location is an also here string type I am assigning into location, whereas height I am assigning it as a float or double. And as you can see here, the key I am assigning it as an integer type. Okay, the key value pair combination can be any different types. Okay, so once I add all these different key value pairs, I would like to know how many number of key value pairs existing in this dictionary object. So how can I do that? So to retrieve the count of number of key value pairs, what you need to use is you need to use dictionary object dot count property. Okay, which will retrieve you the number of key value pair combination. As you can see, how many items are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now let's see what is getting printed here. As you can see, 5 key value pair combinations are there, right? So that is how you will find out number of key value pair combinations. Okay, and how can it retrieve a specific value from the dictionary object? Okay, as you can see, dictionary object dot item property will retrieve you the specific value of a key. So for that the input is the key name, right? So I need to specify the key name here. Okay, dictionary object dot item of key will retrieve you the corresponding value for the key which you have specified here. As you can see, if I comment these two lines, okay, so let's see what is getting displayed here. As you can see, Uday got displayed, right? Now for example, if I would like to update this name with a with my full name, how can I do that? As you can see, I'm just putting the same, because I need to update for this name key. I put dictionary object dot item of name equal to Uday Kumar dot anam. Once the value is updated, I am printing the name. Let's see what is getting displayed here. As you can see, Uday Kumar Anam, like this is updated with previous value, right? Here I am specifying the description for each of these properties. Okay, so this is done. And for example, what I would like to do here is, as you can see, this is a LOC, this is a string. I would like to update this to location. So how can I do that? For that, what we can use is we can use the key property. Okay, see, already this is my key. I would like I what I want to do here is I would like to update this value to location. So for that, what I need to do here is dictionary object dot key of what is the existing key name. You need to specify equal to the new name. So this new name got updated here. Okay, as you can see, once I updated, I am trying to retrieve the value with the new name. Let's see what is getting printed here. See, previous value is location. After that, I updated it with a new name called location, and I am retrieving the key value with a new key, right? That is how the we have to update the key values. Okay, so the next one, what I'm doing here is I would like to retrieve all the key names that are displayed here. How can I do that? So there is a method called keys method which will retrieve you all the keys associated in that dictionary object. Okay, so whatever the keys that are associated with that dictionary object, it will return you these names as an array. Okay, so I would like to retrieve all these array names. For that, what I did is, once I have all these keys in this array, I would like to print those values. Okay, for that, what I'm doing here is, this will print all the key names. One second, let me close it and re-execute it so that you will see. All these are the key names which are existing with the dictionary object, right? Name, age, location, height, and one, right? So once you have the key names, you can get the respective values, values associated with that key, right? So for that, what I can do here is, like this piece of code will retrieve you the array of the corresponding index, right? So which will retrieve the item of the key name, right, which I demonstrated here. I'm using the same thing to retrieve all the values that are existing in my dictionary object. Let's see what is getting displayed here. Oh, sorry. So once I have the keys in my array, I would like to iterate through all these keys, right? So as you can see, okay, let me re-execute it because it have already some previous value. See, as you can see, all the items or values which are existing in the dictionary got displayed here. Okay, so in this is over. This is also, I can comment it here. And for example, in my dictionary, I would like to remove some of the values. Okay, what I would like to remove is, I want to remove this key value pair combination. How can I do that? Okay, let's see this piece of code. So what I am trying to do here is, dictionary object dot remove method, where this is the key value that you need to supply, because it is the key value is 1. I am just supplying it as a 1. Okay, which will remove the this key value pair combination. Okay, after that, I will try, there is another method called another property called exist property, which will check whether the key is existing in the dictionary or not. Okay, if it exists, it will go it will return you pass. If it doesn't exist, it will return you false. Okay, let's see. I'm removing here. After that, I'm checking whether the key is existing or not, right? So obviously, what I'm looking at is, the key should not exist because I am removing it before itself. Okay, so after that, there is for example, I would like to remove all the, I want to empty out the dictionary object. How can I do that? You can directly use the remove all method, which will empty, which will clean the complete dictionary object. Okay, so these are the different properties and methods that are supported in dictionary object. Okay, so let's go to the okay. So what I would like to cover in my next slide is, like, for example, what I have is, okay, so what I want to explain here is, for example, uh, if you want to declare one variable in one action, and that variable you want to use it in different actions, right? So how can you do that? What are the different, ways that we can do this? For example, if you use environmental variables, right? If you declare it in one action, and that can be accessible in different actions. To demonstrate that, what I will do is environment, okay, dot value. I'm assigning a say name. This is my environmental variable, okay, value equal to say Uday. Okay, can I access this variable which is declared here in my next action? Let's see. I'm inserting a new action. Okay, I would like to print that environmental variable, environment dot value. What is the name? It is a name, right? That is the environmental variable. Let's see whether I can able to declare whatever the variable that I'm declared here and assigning a value, whether I'm able to access that value in a different action, right? Let's see. Let's execute it. As you can see, the variables which are declared in one action can be accessible in different actions, right? So in the same way, can I declare a dictionary in one action and can access in a different action? Let's see. What I mean to do here is say set I have dict object, okay, create object scripting dot dictionary. Okay, what I would like to do here is, you'll see, I would like to add the name key as name and value as Uday. Okay, I declared my dictionary object in action 1 and I would like to access it in my different action. Say in action 2, can I access that value? Let's see. What is the object? Dict object, right? Control C. Can I access it here? Print that. As you can see, even after clicking on dot, it should, if the object is scope exists in my new action, upon clicking on dot itself, it should retrieve all the properties and methods, right? Or let's see whether I can able to retrieve, retrieve the value here or not. Okay, so I have declared this variable in here, okay, and I would like to get the value there. So action 1 got executed. In action 2, that whatever the object which I created in action 1 doesn't mean to say the scope of this dictionary object cannot move to the different action, like the scope exists with the action where it was created. Okay, but is there any other way, like is there any other approach or any other way that we can create dictionary object in a single place and that can accessible by multiple actions? Yes, we can do that. Like there are different approaches that we can do with this dictionary object. So one such kind of approach is like you create the dictionary object in some external file. For example, in your functional library or somewhere, you can put the creation of the dictionary object and associate that uh, external file. Okay, for that what I did here is I have created a small, like here in my external library kind of thing. Here for this demonstration purpose, I have created a library file where I did the same thing, like dictionary object, create object of scripting dot dictionary. I just add a value here. Okay, so because I have this variable, like creation of this object external, what I can do is I can associate that library file, because the associate library file can span to multiple actions I can retrieve those values. Let's see how we can do that. Go to file. I will associate that library file here. Go to here, and this is my library file. Click on OK. Okay, apply. Okay, let's see what is this object name. This is dictionary object, dict object, right? So what I would like to do here is print dot item of name. Okay, let's see whether it is getting displayed here or not. As you can see, they got displayed. Okay, so here what I would like to do, one more thing is here, see, I would like to add one item here. Okay, because this object span to multiple actions. Okay, the value or whatever it is created in one action, like see here, the key item pair I am adding in action 1. Okay, and whether I can able to access this in different action or not, that we will see now. Okay, it need not to be like you can only access the values which are like added here. So at this moment I have added a single property in my XML file, but the object is in scope, that you need to remember, right? After that the values can be added in any action. Okay, and that can be, those values can be accessed any other different actions. Okay, so see, the name property I added in my external library, whereas in my action 1 I added location key value pair combination. Let's see whether I can access this in a different action or not. Okay, let's see, print dictionary object dot item of location. As you can see, in my action 1 I printed the name. Okay, in my action 2 sorry, in my action 1 I added this location key value pair combination, which I can able to access in my action 2, right? If you add some value in here in action 2, you can access it in anywhere in the actions which are associated in this test, right? So that is one way of associating, like dictionary object which can be of a global scope, like what are the objects can be created in a separate library file, and if you associate that library file to a test, then all the actions associated in the test can access that dictionary object. Okay, and there is another way also, like rather than associating this function library, what we can do here is, like, you can add the dictionary objects in registry. Okay, for that what you have to do here is go to open your registry. Once you open, I think many of the people will know how to open a registry. In run, just enter registry, click OK. Okay, which will edit the registry editor. Just go to HKey current user software, Mercury Interactive, Quick Test Professional, MIG Test. In MIG Test, you will have a folder called reserved object. Okay, in reserved objects, add a key like whatever the dictionary name that you would like to give here. You can give the name like dict obj or whatever the name that you would like to give to that object name. You add that as a string. To add a string, what you need to do, just click on right click on it, reserved object, go to new and just choose key option. Okay, like that I have given the global dictionary object. Okay, once you have this, what you need to do here is choose that object here, right click on it, just click on new and choose string value. Okay, you need to give these two values here. Okay, once you have this, you can use this as a dictionary object. Let's see. I have my object in registry now. Like, I would like to add this one key here. Okay, so the name is Uday. Okay, I added this key pair combination in action 1, and let me see whether I can able to get in different action. As you can see, go in action 2, print dictionary object dot item of name. Okay, let's see what is getting displayed here. As you can see, because now I have created, like, the dictionary object which I stored in reserved object, which is in, like, global scope. Okay, so I can access that object in any of the actions. Okay, so that is how we can work with the dictionary object. I hope this video is very useful to know much about how to work with dictionary object. Okay, thanks for watching this video. Thanks for your time. Please leave your comments about this video. Okay, thanks again. Thanks once again.